Marco Rubio, then Senate candidate Marco Rubio, said 5 words that your viewers in Iowa and New Hampshire should really pay attention. He said, "I will never support amnesty." He said those 5 words, and I voted for Marco Rubio in 2010. And he broke that trust in 2013, Neil, when he joined Chuck Schumer and Barack Obama with the amnesty bill and the Gang of 8.
All right, that was Miami-Dade GOP Vice Chair Manny Roman telling me yesterday why he is endorsing Ted Cruz over Marco Rubio. Here's the thing, though. In that capacity, should he be endorsing anyone? I raised it with him and said maybe that's a boo-boo and he shouldn't be doing, but he hasn't lost his job. Others were emailing me telling me that he should. Be that as it may, he is not keen on Marco Rubio. He is not keen on Jeb Bush, Florida's 2 favorite sons running in this race, but on Ted Cruz. Well, a lot of what he said did catch the attention of the Rubio campaign, among others. We have with us now Marco Rubio Campaign Communications Director, Alice Conan. Alice, very good to have you. You didn't like what he was saying, not so much who he was supporting, even though one could question in that party capacity whether he should be doing that, but what he was saying about your candidate's stand on immigration. Explain.
Well, he was just wrong. What he was saying was false. I want to be very clear with your audience, Neil. Marco Rubio opposes amnesty. When Marco is president, there will be no amnesty. He will cancel President Obama's illegal, unconstitutional executive amnesties. He will secure the border with the biggest border surge we've ever seen, and he will oppose amnesty. And, you know, your guest yesterday apparently misunderstood his position or flat out lied about his position.
But he would not be the first to wonder whether your candidate's position has at the very least evolved since the so-called Gang of 8 involvement. How would you explain that?
Well, no, Marco has always opposed amnesty. He's always wanted to secure the border first. But you're right. In 2013, he saw a problem and he tried to fix it. And the Democrats were in control of the White House. They were in control of the Senate. And he did what he could to try to make the best bill in the Senate, knowing that the House would then improve the bill. That effort failed. And
why did he break off from the gang itself?
Because he realized that you can't fix this problem with one big bill. You need to secure the border first, and that's what he's been advocating ever since then, is that rather than passing one big piece of legislation, we should start with securing the border first. It can be done, Neil. We know what it takes to do it. We just have to have the political will to do it, and that's what he's been pushing for the last 2 years.
You know, Alex, I don't know what you read these political tea leaves far better than I, but the battle in Florida, winner-take-all primary state, I might point out, has always been seen as one between Senator Marco Rubio and former Governor Jeb Bush. But yeah, it would be odd if out of the blue comes Ted Cruz and he takes the state. Are you worried that your candidate not only loses the state, but loses it to Ted Cruz, of all people?
No, not at all. I mean, Florida is Marco Rubio country. Marco is going to win Florida on the March 15th primary.
Well, not all polls bear that out. Not all polls bear that out.
Well, we have a long way to go.
Right.
The polls right now, I think, are all over the place. I think in a head-to-head matchup, there's no question that Marco Rubio not only wins Florida, but wins it strongly because of his strong record representing Florida for the last 5 years. Look, he's somebody who has actually delivered blows to Obamacare. He's the only one running for president who's actually had success in the fight against Obamacare. He's the only one running for president who's on the Senate Intelligence Committee and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, who's been a practitioner, who's been leading the fight for a stronger American foreign policy.
Maybe
overseas.
so, but he's also a senator who doesn't show up a lot. You've heard that criticism from Jeb Bush. Now, lately, Chris Christie said on a crucial vote on this spending measure that the senator opposed, he didn't put his vote where his mouth was.
Yeah, but he has a 90% lifetime attendance record. But like other senators who have run for president, he's missed some votes recently because he's running for president. And look, he's running for president because so many of the votes, but so many of the votes that happen in the building behind me right here are meaningless. The outcome is preordained. It's what's wrong with Washington, and frankly, it's why he's running for president, so that the votes in the Senate, the votes in Congress behind me, actually start to mean something again, so that we can turn this country around. The country is headed in the wrong direction.
So Chris Christie keeps making a big deal about this. Ted Cruz now has even questioned him on this. Is that going to be his response? Pretty much as it was to Jeb Bush?
Look, Governor Christie, I have a lot of respect for him, but the fact is that he's out of his own state over half the time, so I don't know that he has much standing to criticize Marco on this. And look, Marco has missed some votes recently, but that's because he's running for president of the United States. He's running for president of the United States because he worries about the future of this country. He knows we're headed in the wrong direction, and if we don't do something about it, his children will inherit a country less great than the country that he inherited. That's why he's running for president. That's why, you know, we have a big fundraising deadline tonight. I'd be remiss if I didn't wish you a Happy New Year's and encourage your viewers, if they want to join our campaign ahead of the key fundraising deadline, go to marcorubio.com this afternoon.
Brilliant. Touche. You got that in there. You're good, Alex.
Thank you,
You're
Neil.
good.
I appreciate it.
Have a Happy
Have
New
a good
Year
New
yourself.
Year's.
My best to the candidate and his family as well.